Hey everybody, welcome to Off Grid with Brad and Kelly. I'm Brad.
I'm Kelly.
And over the last couple of days, we've been preparing for the onset of Hurricane Nate as it made its way up the Gulf of Mexico. And you know we prepared in the usual fashion.
But luckily, all we experienced was some rain and some strong winds.
Thank you.
So we took advantage of this rainy day to let the kids play
Make some cookies.
and to make plans to get our family completely off the grid. Now, when we started this channel, we wanted you guys to come with us for every step.
Yep, we wanted to share the whole journey with all of you.
Yeah, and we want it to be something that if you guys are looking to go off grid or if you're looking to homestead, it's something that you can do too. For us, going off grid is about the destination. It's not something that, unless you're just lucky enough in this world to have more money than brains, and there are some people out there that are, unless you're that kind of person, you can't just jump overnight and be off grid.
Right, it's a process. You have to go through the steps and get there when you get there.
Right. I guess let me back that up and say that if everything goes to crap real quick, everyone's off grid and so you're stuck there.
There you go.
But we want to take our family off grid in a way that we can live like this for the rest of our lives.
Right.
And so what we have done is realized, and we talked about this just a little bit in another video, we've realized that it's really about steps.
Yes.
And so we have taken a number of those steps that you guys have seen. We've bought a tiny home and we've had it delivered here, fashioned out the inside to be a living home.
Right.
You know, we have a piece of property that's just over 2 acres and we are building a homestead on it.
Yes.
So we have a couple of things that are left on the grid. We have an AC, a small window shaker.
Right. We have the lights.
Yep, lights.
Which are small little LEDs, but
Right.
still, they're grid tied.
Yeah, and we have the freezer. So of those things, we got to thinking that we might not want to go solar.
Yeah.
You know, we had a deal with somebody that just fell completely through.
Yes.
It wasn't a good deal. It wouldn't have been good for us and our family. And so we decided just not to go through with it.
Right.
That would have given us a certain amount of solar that would have been more than what we needed.
Oh yeah, it was way more.
But it was also more than that unit was worth.
Right.
And so what we decided was, okay, let's grid tie temporarily. We called the local power company and had them set up a temporary power pole.
Yep.
That allows us to still have a freezer.
Right.
And as we're getting into fall here, still have AC while we figure out our other plans.
Right, yeah. Luckily, we're close enough. It's not needed all that much.
Yeah, soon AC is going to be off grid because
Right.
you're not going to need it.
Exactly.
But that got us thinking that we might want to go propane for everything.
Yeah.
Because except the lights, of course.
Right.
But if you're talking propane freezer, which they've really come down in price,
Oh yeah, they're more reasonable now.
propane air conditioner, and then all we have is our lights.
Yeah.
Well, lights can be done with just two, we use LEDs only.
Right.
And so that can be done with just 2 solar panels.
Right, an extremely small system.
Yeah,
We would need,
Like a $300 system.
yeah,
It's nothing.
barely anything.
So that might be the direction that we're going to go. Because having more than enough solar, you know, going off grid for us was number one about minimizing our needs.
Yes.
So we wanted to take our needs down and minimize those
Right.
and not need so much power.
Right, yeah, which made us realize we didn't need that much solar either.
Right.
We just weren't using that much, energy in general.
Right. I think our daily bill right now on power is like 45 to 75 cents.
Yeah.
It is really like, it's nothing.
Yeah, the higher days are when we have to run the AC a little bit because we have days where it's still
83, yeah.
close to 85 degrees, and it's just a little uncomfortable
Right.
certain times during the day. But we were shocked at how
low.
little we used.
But for us, it's the principle.
It is.
And so we want to go completely off the grid and not have that tie to the power company. I don't know a single person that has their whole setup run completely off solar.
Yeah.
which is another reason that we decided maybe solar is not what we want to do.
Yeah.
Because we ran into a lot of, I guess, fudgers who, you know, portray themselves as solar dependent, but they're not.
Right.
And so it's this sort of delusion that they could be solar dependent if they had to be, but they're not. And so that we don't want to live that delusion. We want to remove that tie completely, and we want to know your guys' thoughts on that. Do you think that that's the right way to go, and do you think that that's a good option for our family, being that our electrical needs are so little?
Yeah.
So the biggest takeaway that we have from this video, and really generally the direction that we're going, is don't let roadblocks stop you from getting to that destination.
Right.
Your destination might not be completely off the grid. Yours might be dependencies lessened, or it might be homesteading.
Right.
Might be food production, things like that. And so don't let little roadblocks get in your way.
Right.
Because, you know, we got to a point where we were just going to take that solar deal just because it would allow us to get our AC and lights and freezer off of power.
Yeah, we were very close to doing it, and even knowing it wasn't really the best thing, we were letting it stop us.
Right,
almost.
from
We were
moving
just
forward.
not desperate, but really just wanted that our goal sooner.
Right.
But like we mentioned, we have to baby steps.
Yeah, we kind of reflected and said, okay, well, let's not do a dumb thing just to get to that destination.
Right. We would have regretted it.
Yeah, absolutely, every step of the way. Like we said, we're paying like 50 cents a day in power now.
Right.
We would have been paying $250 a month towards that solar.
Right.
Which one's a better deal?
Right. And for way, way more than we needed.
Right.
Like, dumb more.
Yeah, right, exactly. So we kind of have thought again that we'll probably do propane for our other needs. Get a propane AC and get a propane freezer.
Yep.
And go that route. And then boom, we're done with
Right.
those smaller investments.
Exactly.
So the biggest takeaways are don't let the roadblocks get in your way. They are going to come up.
Yep.
And that might be even just looking for land. You know,
Yes.
don't let that get in your way. Start a garden in your porch now.
Right. Little buckets. Just start what you can. Get a couple of chickens in your backyard if you're wanting, to do animals.
Right.
Just start where you can, and don't let the bigger picture stop you from getting there.
That's right. So we hope that you guys enjoyed kind of seeing where we're at and our thought process of going off grid. And I think one of the next things that we want to do a video on is some projects that we have for our tiny home.
Yep.
We're building a really cool ladder system for the lofts.
Yes.
And so we want the ladders to swing on a swivel like a hinge, and then come up and clip to the other side, because you wouldn't believe, living in a tiny home,
Oh yeah.
how much more space it feels like when there's not just a ladder sitting there.
You wouldn't think one little ladder would take up very much space. It doesn't take up space, but in your mind you're seeing this, it's blocking this whole area. So we want it out of the way so that, when we don't need to be up there, it's gone.
That's right. And we're going to be building a stool for Tyler for the kitchen sink, because it's a little taller. Right now he's on a plastic one that doesn't really meld with our design of the inside of the house. We're going kind of for all natural, so we're going to be building him a wood one.
Yep.
And we're also working on our garden.
Yes, we started our garden. We started clearing out the past couple days before the storm. We were clearing out some brush and chopping up some firewood, stuff like that, to clear the area where we want to put the boxes.
That's right. So we hope you guys will come along with us on our projects. We want to talk to you a little bit more about a tiny home, but we think we're going to do that in another video.
Yeah.
And please let us know your comments down below about the propane especially. Maybe you've done that and you say, Brad, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah, we might be going the wrong way. But
Yeah.
that's what we love to hear from you guys, and your suggestions and all that.
That's right. So guys, thank you so much for being here with us. Please share this to social media. If you have a Facebook account, go on there and share it. It really helps us grow. From Kelley and I to you and yours, stay safe and keep watch.